All right. It's 12 o'clock noon Central Standard Time here in beautiful Houston, Texas. And we are going to have to get along with this video and start this giveaway. So we have the ship. I apologize for the video quality because I have a new workflow that I'm getting set up, but the workflow did not work for this video, so we're going to have to try again at a later date. Messed around with it for about 2 hours and couldn't get it to work. Tried multiple computers because I got my workstation here. I got my laptop on my left-hand side here, and it didn't work. So we're going to try this with the webcam. I know that it doesn't look fantastic, but we're going to go from there. So, this is what we're here for. We're giving away this Onil Creations Armada Scale MC-80 Liberty Class Star Cruiser. The cruiser comes with the attached Armada style stand. We need to print an extra engine so that it will ship with the correct amount of engines to go in it. I looked around. I think I had misplaced the other engine. So it's a triviality for me to print it out. And after this videos, after the winner is selected and they get with us regarding their shipping information, we will send it off on Monday if we get the information in time. So this is the ship. This is a printed variant. So this one was printed in Ceratec Fast Gray resin. It was printed on an Elegoo Saturn, and it is primed in Krylon River Rock spray primer, which I think is a good base for printing up or painting up Mon Calamari class ships. So let's take a look. Let's turn off video capture and go over to window capture. There's the pickup link. Let's grab this video and let's look at the entries. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and refresh this page, make sure we got it, make sure it's paused. We have 21 comments, and this is exactly what we wanted. We wanted people to comment on the video and subscribe. We're trying really hard to get to 1,000 subscribers this year, and we always print extra starships when we print ships because we want to maybe have more than one. So I felt like this was a good idea to go through and hit, give people the opportunity to have a ship and build up our subscriber list and get a little more engagement, because we have lots of people, well, not lots of people, we have people watching the videos, but no one says anything. So a giveaway, I think, is a great way to get people to actually say something on the videos. So let's go through the entries. It says we have 21 comments on here. First one, Jacob says, I've got to go with the TIE Defender. It's such a cool design. It has some great lore tied to it, both in the EU and the new canon. I like the TIE Defender. It's a good ship. I remember playing... Oh, no, that's the TIE Phantom. But, like, the Rebels, the canon stuff with Rebels and Thrawn and the TIE Defender is very cool. Jackson Lipschutz said, definitely the Chiss Clawcraft. It's just a cooler TIE Defender, but with the doctrine and unique faction lore to back it up. Stephen Albert said, just from a gameplay perspective, I like the CR90. It elegantly shows the difference between the factions for the first-time player. I became obsessed with trying to outmaneuver my opponents. Steve specifically, I think, is referencing the Armada gameplay with that. Bradley Stevens said, might be basic, but the X-Wing is still my favorite starship. It is a little basic, but I think the X-Wing is just a fabulous little ship too. Here is I think this is a T-85, or no, this is a T-70 from Onil Creations, which you can't see because I don't have the video capture on there. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an X-Wing pilot more than a Jedi. And the shot of the X-Wing coming out of hyperspace over Scarif with the rest of the fleet of the Rogue One was easily top 3 best shots of the whole franchise. I 100% agree with that. I think Rogue One, if you're a Starfighter fan, Rogue One is utterly fantastic. Carday6556 said, picking a favorite starship is really hard. There are so many that I love for different reasons. If I had to pick one, it would probably be the CR-90 Corvette. There's just something about the design and role it played in the universe that I find fascinating. I think because the basic design for the CR-90 was the original design for the Millennium Falcon, I think that played a pivotal role in making sure that it got... it's a fantastic ship. It's a hero ship. It's wonderful. Ria T said, for me, I really love the B-Wing, and that got 3 different likes from people, one from me and then 2 others. I like the B-Wing too. I think the B-Wing is just interesting and weird enough to fit into other things. Philip Wright said, favorite by far is the Nebulon B2. Brings back a lot of memories from playing TIE Fighter during the 90s. I like the B2 a lot. When I did the when I did the Nebulon video and had the B2 in there, that made me really happy because I like the Nebulon B2 a lot. Line MPH1 said, definitely the Minbari Charlene as one of my favorite ships of all time. I like the semi-organic look to it and how it looks like it's just on the verge of being a Vorlon ship. I like that. It's a good thing. GabNad06 said, Nebulon B Frigate has to be the ship that's most vividly exemplifies what the rebellion is about. Pimped out to fit mission parameters to survive. Run and gun, strip down, ragtag tactics. Just love it. Matthias Greyjoy, the famous Matthias Greyjoy, if you are a fun, if you're a fan of the old Final Fantasy Flight games forums, or if you are on the Discord channel for Armada, or if you're on the Armada Reddit group or Reddit subreddit, Matthias Greyjoy is well known there. He said, I think he's absolutely right. The Imperial class Star Destroyer is hard to beat a classic. Alex said, the Hawk 290, I love the design and the fact that it's pretty much a light freighter with a starfighter profile, and it's got a bit of real-world history since it's been depicted as a starfighter, but the RPG stats it as a light freighter. That's a very good example. And I'm glad that we get to see the Hawk 290 in the, I think it's the Rogues group for the official starfighter packs. I think that's really cool. Never Ever Tunes said, the Rocinante from Expanse is a favorite of my modern ones. For old Star Wars, there's a lot more TIE or X-TIE Y Destroyer, but I also like classical wise the Moonbase Alpha 1 and the design of the Babylon 5 ships. They were good in former times. Space Junkie I would like to have the MC-80 too, though I am not in the USA. Oh, we'll eventually get to international shipping on these things, but for now, we're gonna have to limit it to the US. AJ Warner said, I gotta go with the missile boats from the Thrawn trilogy. Just a specialized ship that nukes defenders always made me go with it. Palmer Rip, a fan of the channel, or the channel is a fan of Palmer Rip, I should say. Favorite starship? That's a tough one. I do love the Mon Cal ships. If I had to choose only one, the MC-80B, Han Solo's Mon Ramonda, and hopefully we'll see that soon in the vivid paneling and details from Onil Creations. We'll see. Many reasons, but in Legends, it was the first Mon Cal ship for multi-species accommodation, a balanced weapon array, and standardized hull construction. Travis Pylan said, my favorite ship has got to be the Eclipse Super Star Destroyer because of the design and its story in the extended universe. I do really like the Eclipse. I'm a big fan of the Dark Empire stuff, and we kind of almost got to see Dark Empire in Rise of Skywalker, but you know, they had to kind of bastardize it and make it their own. Let's see here. Carlos Margarin. I didn't say that right. It's hard to make a choice among starships, but for Rebels, I have to say the MC-30. For Empire Interdictors, I haven't had a chance to interact with the other factions so far. Craig Parent said, probably the Liberator from Blake Sevens, with the Excalibur from Babylon 5 / Crusade being second. My favorite Star Wars ship is probably the Republic Attack Cruiser. I'm assuming the Attack Cruiser, is he referring to the Quintons or is he referring to the Acclamator? Not 100% sure. Either way, though, those are both chef's kiss, classic, wonderful ships. Gray Gaming says, the Millennium Falcon, it was the first ship I've seen in Star Wars. Matthew Francisco, or Franciano, said, love the Venator. How could you repeat the Republic, or how could you beat the Republic Venator? And I gotta say, the Venator looks like such a good ship. And then Andrew Francisco said, my favorite ship is the V-Wing. I had 2 Lego once as a kid. The V-Wing is a very cool ship. If you're a fan of custom starships, and I'm assuming if you're on this channel, you probably are, E.C. Henry just put up a video of, it's a YouTube short of what his concept of what the I guess intermediate step between the V-Wing and the TIE Fighter would look like. It's really cool. Stephen Ryder said Battlestar Galactica from the remake. I believe I am definitely a fan of the Galactica from the Ronald D. Moore Battlestar Galactica. I agree. And then Steve Lancaster said 3 hours ago, the Onager, 100%. And the Onager is a very, very cool ship. All right, so that is the entries. So we're going to go to the YouTube random comment picker. We've got the link, or we've got the URL to the video in there. We are going to exclude one specific user. Nope, actually we're not going to do that. So if they get pulled, we're going to have to pull again. Sorry. Who is it? Never Ever Tunes. Sorry, if you get pulled, we're going to have to pull a different name since you've stated you're not in the U.S. But we may be able to get you in the future. So, according to this, there are 22 comments. And let's pick a winner. Philip Wright. Favorite by far is the Nebulon B2. Brings back a lot of memories from playing TIE Fighter during the 90s. So, Philip Wright, if you can email us at info@pulsefired.com with 2 things: your shipping information for where you want to receive the package, and a screenshot of YouTube where we can see your that you're basically take a screenshot of your YouTube subscriber list of the channels that you subscribe to, so we can see our name in there, and we will get this sent out by Monday if you respond within time. Now, let's turn on the camera again, and let's go back here. So, this is a ship we have just given away to Philip Wright, but let's talk about next week. Next Wednesday, we have another video going live, and that is the slightly used Starship Yards Grand Army of the Republic Acclamator class assault ship. So, that video will go live, and what people will be entering to receive is this ship. The Armada keyhole is already attached, but you will attach the engine section to the rest of the ship, and that's it. So we will love to see you there. It will be a different comment that we'll be asking for at that point. So pay attention to that video. And again, that will be a US only giveaway. Philip Wright, I hope to hear from you at some point. Please email us at info@pulsefired.com with your shipping information and a screenshot of our name in your subscriber list. Otherwise, everybody, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.